Hi everyone. Good afternoon. This is Teacher Joylyn and this is our YouTube channel, Teacher Joylyn Online Reviews. So, sa mga hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe, please do subscribe and like this video. Alright, so meron tayong tanong dito. Number 1, what are the three main branches of the government? A. Senate, Supreme Court, Congress. B. Presidential, unicameral, parliamentary, bicameral, parliamentary. C. Legislative, executive, judicial. D. The legislature, the Senate, and the Supreme Court. So, please be careful with the word the three main branches of our government. So, alam na alam natin sa di ba? So, ano ang magiging sagot natin? Kapag sinabing three main branches of the government, letter C, the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. So the Philippine government follows the principle of separation of powers, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. Guys, paki-take note na yung executive, implement laws yan, president mostly ang nandyan, the legislative, makes laws, of course, Congress, and the judicial, naroon ang Supreme Court and ating lower courts, which they are interpret the laws. So again, executive, implement laws, legislative, make laws, judicial, interprets laws. So tandaan niyo po yan. Yan ang ating three main branches. Let's go number 2. The following shall be exempted to taxation except. Tanda ng word na except ha. A. Lands and buildings. B. Churches and convents. C. Charitable institutions. D. Non-profit cemeteries. So yung tatlo daw dito ay included or exempted sa the word na taxation. Alin dito yung hindi? Because the word exempt means hindi siya included. Ayan, except, no? Anong letter? Is it letter A? Yan ang ating tamang sagot. Lands and buildings. So, under Article 6, Section 28 of the Constitution, charitable institutions, churches, parsonage, or convents appertinent thereto, mosques, non-profit cemeteries, and all lands, buildings, and improvements actually directly and exclusively used for religious, charitable, or educational purposes are exempt from taxation. So, general lands and buildings used for commercial private purposes are taxable. So, yung mga lands natin and buildings na especially na private po siya, hindi po siya part ng government natin, no? Yan po ay binabayaran. Yan po ay nagkakaroon ng tax. Sa mga tuwid, yung ating churches, yung mga simbahan natin, yung mga charitable institutions natin, yung mga non-profit cemeteries natin na walang bayad po, ay hindi yan binabayaran or walang tax po yan, no? Those are exempted from the word taxation. So, walang bayad, free po. No? Ayan. So, ganun ang ating mga simbahan, yung ating mga institutions, yung ating mga cemeteries. Kuha. So yeah, let's move on with our third question. Number 3. The three inherent powers of the state are the following except one. Ayan. So, the word na naman ay except. Ibig sabihin, alin dito yung hindi, no? Hindi siya inherent powers. Letter A, police power. B, power of eminent domain. C, power of taxation. D, power to impeach. Hindi siya part ng inherent power. The correct answer is letter D, power to impeach. Okay, so the three inherent powers that exist independently in the Constitution of the Philippines are the police power, power of eminent domain, and power of taxation. Samantala po, yung power to impeach or impeachment is a constitutional process for removing officials, not an inherent power. Meaning, yung impeachment po ay isang proseso lamang yan kung saan yung isang public official, no, na may ginawang mali ay i-impeach siya or i-remove siya sa kanyang posisyon. Not an inherent power. So, yung mga inherent power lang natin ay police power, power of eminent domain, and power of taxation. Ayan. So, we all know that police power is a power na nagbibigay sila ng batas, ng mga rules, regulation. Power of taxation naman is, of course, yung magbabayad ka ng tax, no? Yung mga professionals natin. Power of eminent domain is about, just compensation. Ayan. Okay, so let's move on sa ating number 4 na tanong. RA 6713 is an act to uphold the time-honored principle of public office, being a public trust, granting incentives and rewards for exemplary service, enumerating prohibited acts, and providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. Ayan, ang haba-haba. Pero yung gusto niya lang naman malaman, ano yung official title ng Republic Act number 6713. A. Code of Ethics. B. Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. C. Code of Government Officials. Or letter D. Preamble. RA 6713 na ang ibig sabihin ng ating mga public officials, public office ay dapat hindi magtatanggap ng mga gifts, ng mga incentives, ng mga rewards, no, yon. Yung mga violations na yan, mga penalties. Letter B, Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. So, this is the official title po ng ating Republic Act 6713 kung saan ini-establish niya yung ethical grounds and responsibility of public servants to the people. So, kung ang isang namumuno sa isang gobyerno dito sa ating sa Pilipinas, no, ay meron sila kung tawagin na RA 6713 kung saan meron sila Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees na dapat sundin, na kung saan bawal sila magtanggap ng mga gift, mga incentives, no, in exchange of accepting a favor to someone na hindi naman karapat-dapat, no? Yun po ay hindi dapat mangyari dito sa Pilipinas. So, letter B. Okay? Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. Nakuha? Nakatama po ng sagot. Ayan, congratulations. Okay, so let's go with our very last question, number 5. Public officials and employees shall always uphold the public interest over and above personal interest. All government resources and powers of the respective offices must be employed and used efficiently, effectively, honestly, and economically, particularly to avoid wastage in public funds and revenues. So dito, no, ang haba-haba din, pero ang ibig sabihin lang naman ito, guys, ang mga public officials natin, pati na yung mga employees, lahat ng employees ng government, dapat unahin nila yung interest ng mga Filipino, yung interest ng publiko kaysa sa kanilang personal interest. Kung saan dapat meron silang paggamit ng kapangyarihan na pagiging efficient, effective, honest sila, economically sila, no? Para hindi nila magamit yung kapangyarihan or titulo na meron sila sa pag-waste ng public funds na dapat ay para sa mga mamamayan, pag-waste ng mga revenues, ng mga taxes na binabayaran ng mga professionals natin. So dito, ano ang tawag dito kapag ganon? So bilang ikaw ay isang officials or employees, di ba, you are dapat committed ka sa iyong tungkulin. Committed ka sa iyong trabaho. Ano kaya ang ating sagot? A. Justness to sincerity. B. Responsiveness to the public. C. Political neutrality. D. Commitment to public interest. D. Letter E. Professionalism. Ano kaya sa tingin nyo ang tamang sagot? Letter C, commitment to public interest. Ayan, sinabi ko kanina, di ba? Committed ka dapat. So, this is the first of the 8 norms of conduct enumerated in Section 4 of RA 6713. Ayan, hindi na siya makita. So, Section 4 of RA 6713. Ano nga yung 6713 natin? The Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. So, yung number 4 question natin ay connected lang sa number 5 na tanong natin. So, it specifically mandates that government resources be used efficiently to avoid wastage and prioritize the public good over personal gain. Dito po sa RA 6713 na ipinapakita, ipinapahayag, pinapahiwatig sa lahat ng mga officials natin na dapat unahin yung public interest kaysa sa personal interest nila. Kasi kapag uunahin nila yung personal interest nila, ano yung kahihinatnan? The wastage of the fund. Diba? Kung minsan, nagtataka na lang tayo, ba't ang laki ng utang ng Pilipinas, no? At nung makailan lang ay nag-trending yung salitang contractor, no? Contractor kung saan yung mga anak daw ng mga contractor. Ayan. So, dito po sana huwag kalimutan ng RA 6713 kung saan may pananagutan kayo sa ating mga mamamayan. So, ayun naman po. Thank you so much for listening. Again, this is Teacher Joylyn. And paki-like ng video ito and comment your score po. Thank you for listening and God bless everyone. Bye!